This year marks the 150th birthday of this great country. It also marks the 20th anniversary of the Ontario Lacrosse Hall of Fame and Museum. It's located in St. Catharines, Ontario at the St. Catharines Museum in the Welland Canals Centre. Chuck Miller is the president of the Hall of Fame and Museum.
It's 20 years of being a partner of the city of St. Catharines and having the Hall of Fame here in Ontario. The need for the Ontario Lacrosse Hall of Fame and Museum is not limited to having a place to recognize Ontario lacrosse greats. There is a need to recognize, display, and educate Ontario residents and all our visitors to the historical, culture, and athletic influences lacrosse has held in Ontario. I want to thank the St. Catharines Old Boys for being ambassadors and helping throughout the years to have tours for our many guests that come through. So St. Catharines Old Boys, thank you very much.
St. Catharines City Councillor Sandy Bellows, representing the mayor and the city, was on hand to donate a plaque to the Hall of Fame and Museum.
I'd like to present this plaque. It says, "Congratulations from Mayor Walter Sendzik, Council and citizens of St. Catharines. Presented to the Ontario Lacrosse Hall of Fame and Museum. The city commends your long-standing dedication to honoring and celebrating players who participated in high-caliber lacrosse across Ontario."
Representing the Canadian Lacrosse Foundation, Jim Calder was on hand. He was able to talk about the 150th birthday of lacrosse across Canada.
Game of lacrosse goes back thousands and thousands of years as a medicine and a traditional game. What we did in Montreal was we tried to honor that tradition and understand the role that Dr. George Beers and others played in creating rules to create the modern game.
Mr. Calder also donated a medal from the 150th celebration and a program from the event. Widely credited with naming the sport lacrosse and setting the first set of rules in motion, Dr. George Beers was reenacted for this event.
I am the man whom you now credit with creating the modern game of lacrosse.
I was very fortunate and honored to be a part of this great event as I spoke about the 1951 to 1954 Peterborough Trailermen and Timbermen. That team won 4 consecutive Mann Cups. So their unprecedented 4th consecutive Mann Cup came, and they won it 4-1. And it's been 63 years since that last win that nobody's been able to duplicate that feat. Flanked by teammates from the 1963 to 69 Oshawa Green Gaels, Terry Rowland from the Canadian Lacrosse Association presented the team and their 7 consecutive Minto Cup victories.
As we know, the Green Gaels have made a tremendous impact of the city of Oshawa and, in fact, the whole of Canada.
Gail Pallas talked about her family's legendary connection to the sport of lacrosse, the contributions from her father, Ross Pallas, and her brother, Gaylord.
No one could have guessed that all of these early efforts would lead to Gaylord being scouted by Jim Bishop, who would then persist through the many hoops necessary to get him from Six Nations to the Oshawa Green Gaels in 1964. And the rest is history for number 15, the magnificent Mohawk.
Ontario Lacrosse Association Executive Director Stan Cockerton spoke on the connection between lacrosse and the Olympic Summer Games.
Modern Olympics started in 1896 in Athens. Lacrosse as a full medal sport has been in 2 Olympics, 1904 in St. Louis, 1908 in London, and of course Canada won gold medal in both of those. Now the question I get asked more than anything is, Stan, when is lacrosse going to be in the Olympics? So it's a positive response, and it's something that we've been working on for the last 14 years.
Come and help us celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Ontario Lacrosse Hall of Fame and Museum, conveniently located in the St. Catharines Museum at the Welland Canal Centre. Something for everyone. Come out and enjoy.
Though baseball and cricket, the bat and the wicket, at charms there is no game can claim, boys, to yield in such measure of profit and pleasure as lacrosse our own national game, boys. Oh, what a wonderful game, boys, a life-giving, joy-giving game, boys. Let us unite in singing tonight success to our national game, boys. Though baseball and cricket, the bat and the wicket have charms there is no game can claim, girls, to yield in such measure of profit and pleasure as lacrosse our own national game, girls. Oh, what a wonderful game, girls, a life-giving, joy-giving game, girls. Let us unite in singing tonight no game, girls. Let us unite in singing tonight. Success to our sesquicentennial.